So, Chapter I Monarchy is an album that, I'm going to be honest, I enjoyed. It ticked the boxes that I liked when it comes to symphonic metal. You've got the talking sections, you've got the sections that the parts where the guitars and the drums or the guitar and the keyboard sync up together. You've got an album that sticks to its theme. You've got all of these coinciding into one album, and honestly, it's a damn fine first album. I ended up really enjoying it on my first listen and then coming back for a second full listen to get all of my opinions gathered, I guess. The album's great. It's a solid album that keeps its theme. It starts off kind of preparing you for what it is. It hits its high points fairly quickly, introducing the growl vocals that you're going to be hearing alongside heavy use of keyboards and kind of keeping with its Victorian theme. Now, when it comes to the instrumentals, it's a mix between Epica and Nightwish, although I do feel like it leans a bit more towards the Epica scale when it comes to guitar and keyboard use. Now, that is all fair and good, but this album also falls apart when it comes to its theming, and that's its revenge fantasy. And that is that it just tries way too hard. It just tries way too hard. It's extremely edgy in some areas and not laughably edgy. It's the edgy that you just kind of look at and you just sigh because it's just not good. And that mainly all culminates in one song being See You in Hell. But apart from that, most of the album is fine and doesn't really suffer from that. Honestly, the album overall is a good listen. I ended up enjoying quite a lot of the album and didn't really end up hating any of the songs. And even though See You in Hell is just overly edgy for no reason, I still enjoyed the song. And I won't be ashamed to admit that. On the train of talking about stuff that I didn't like about this album, I'm gonna quickly talk about the bonus track, This Is Halloween. You know, the song from A Nightmare Before Christmas? It's extremely audio heavy and relies quite heavily on surround sound. And if you have a surround sound headset, go listen to it. But its main issue is that quite a lot of the time the vocals get overshadowed by the guitars or the keyboards. There's a lot of times where there's going to be a bit of whispering, and you kind of have to have the song up kind of high in order to listen to it, and it's kind of not really balanced the best. Apart from that, it's a good song, but that just really got to me because when songs do use surround sound, I do enjoy that, and it kind of took that away from me. Apart from those two things, that's really the only issues I have with this album. The two title tracks, See You in Hell and March on Vengeance, are good. I'm glad to see I Am the Storm just kind of in its original form on the album, just placed in there, as much as I would have wanted them to move it to the bonus track section. It's still nice to see this song there. And there's quite a lot of songs in this album that is worth giving a listen to. I Am the Storm and the main two singles that they released from the album are all just great listens. Honestly, this is going to be a short one because I've not really got much else to say about this album. It's just a good listen, and I'm kind of happy it took the band a long time in order to kind of form and make the album. Because I've been following the band. I probably should have been saying this from the start, but oh well, who cares? I've been following them since they released I Am the Storm way back in 2018. So that's really my connection, and I'm just glad that that song's on the album in its original state and hasn't been changed because the song just holds up. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So I don't really have anything to transition, so I'm just gonna go into scoring this album, which I'm gonna give a 8.6 out of 10. It is an above average album, it is a good listen, and as a first major release of an album, there isn't really any faults that I can find with it. It's a good album, it's a good listen, it's something that you should probably give a listen, even though I'm posting this about a week after its initial release. But yeah, the album is great. I heavily enjoyed it. I'm not ashamed to say that I like the band and want to see what they do next. It's safe to say that Ad Infinitum are a band that you should probably be keeping an eye on because they can go one of two ways. Be a one album, one hit metal band, it just kind of fades into the sea of metal bands, or they can become prevalent, who knows? Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I'm out.